Alright, welcome back to day 2 of our Bible in a Year reading. We're going to be getting into Genesis 4, 5, 6, and 7 today. Hopefully you're reading along with me. If not, I guess just listen. So, without further ado, here we go. Genesis chapter 4. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have gained a man from Yahuwah. And again she gave birth to his brother Abel, and Abel became a keeper of sheep, but Cain became a tiller of the ground. And it came to be in the course of time that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to Yahuwah. And Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat. And Yahuwah looked to Abel and his offering. Sorry if I'm stuttering a bit. I'm trying to read these Hebrew names, but I think it might be better just do English on some of them. Anyway, he did not look to Cain and his offering, and Cain was very wroth, and his face fell. And Yahuwah said to Cain, Why are you wroth, and why is your face fallen? If you do well, is there not acceptance? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door, and its desire is for you, and you should master it. And Cain told Abel his brother, Come, let us go into the field. And it came to be, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and killed him. And Noah said to Cain, Where is Abel your brother? And he said, I do not know. Am I my brother's guard? And he said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. If you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. And Cain said to Yahuwah, My wickedness is too great to bear. See, you have driven me from the face of the ground today, and I am hidden from your face. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and it shall be that anyone who finds me kills me. And Yahuwah said to him, Well, if anyone kills Cain, vengeance is taken on him sevenfold. And Yahuwah placed a sign for Cain, lest anyone finding him kills him. So Cain went out from the presence of Yahuwah and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Hanok, or is that Enoch it says? Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Hanok. And to Hanok was born Irad, which is...
That's what it says in mine.
Oh, Irad? Okay.
Yeah.
And Irad brought forth Mehujael, and Mehujael brought forth Methusael, and Methusael brought forth Lamech. And Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of one was Ada, and the name of the second was Zillah. And Ada bore Yabal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents with livestock. And his brother's name was Ubal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and flute. As for Zillah, she also bore Tubal-Cain, a smith of all kinds of tools in bronze and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, Hear my voice, wives of Lamech, listen to my words. For I have killed a man for wounding me, even a young man for hurting me. And Cain is avenged sevenfold, and Lamech 77fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bore a son, and called his name Sheth. For Elohim has appointed me another seed instead of Abel, because Cain had slain him. And to Sheth, to him also a son was born, and he called his name Enosh. Then it was begun to call on the name of Yahuwah. Chapter 5. This is the book of the genealogy of Adam. In the day that Elohim created man, he made him in the likeness of Elohim. Male and female he created them, and he, Barak, blessed them, and called their name Adam, in the day they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and brought forth a son in his own likeness, after his image, and called his name Sheth. And after he brought forth Sheth, the days of Adam were 800 years, and he brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Sheth lived 105 years, and brought forth Enosh. And after he brought forth Enosh, Sheth lived 807 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Sheth were 912 years, and he died. And Enosh lived 90 years, and brought forth Canaan. And after he brought forth Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years, and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. And Canaan lived 70 years and brought forth Mahalalel. After he brought forth Mahalalel, Canaan lived 840 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And Mahalalel lived 65 years and brought forth Yered. And after he brought forth Yered, Mahalalel lived 830 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. Some of these names are a bit hard to pronounce, but we're getting through it. And Yered lived 162 years and brought forth Hanok. And after he brought forth Hanok, Yered lived 800 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Yered were 962 years, and he died. And Hanok lived 65 years and brought forth Methuselah. And after he brought forth Methuselah, Hanok walked with Elohim 300 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Hanok were 365 years. And Hanok walked with Elohim. Then he was no more, for Elohim took him. And Methuselah lived 187 years and brought forth Lamech. And after he brought forth Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years and brought forth a son, and called his name Noah, saying, This one comforts us concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which Yahuwah has cursed. After he brought forth Noah, Lamech lived 595 years and brought forth sons and daughters. So all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah brought forth Shem, Ham, and Japheth, or Japheth in English. Again, I'm not a scholar or anything, but from my understanding, they didn't have J's in the Hebrew language. So, on to Genesis chapter 6. And it came to be when men began to increase on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men, that they were good. And they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And Yahuwah said, My Ruah, spirit, shall not strive with mankind forever in his going astray. He is flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of Elohim came in to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, the men of name. And Yahuwah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And Yahuwah was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. And Yahuwah said, I am going to wipe off man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping creature, and birds of the Shamayim, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of Yahuwah. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with Elohim. Noah brought forth 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And the earth was corrupt before Elohim, and the earth was filled with violence. And Elohim looked upon the earth and saw that it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. Elohim said to Noah, The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And see, I am going to destroy them from the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and outside with tar. This is how you are to make it. The length of the ark is 300 amma, its width 50 amma, and its height 30 amma. Make a window for the ark, and complete it to an amma from above. And put the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. And see, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth to destroy all flesh, in which is the breath of life from under the Shamayim. All that is on the earth is to die. I shall establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you and your sons and your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of all the living creatures of all flesh, 2 of each you are to bring into the ark, to keep them alive with you, a male and a female. Of the birds after their kind, and of the cattle after their kind, and of all creeping creatures of the earth after their kind. 2 of each are to come to you to keep them alive. As for you, take of all food that is eaten and gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. And Noah did according to all that Elohim commanded him, so he did. Last chapter for today, chapter 7. And Yahuwah said to Noah, Come into the ark, you and all your household, because I have seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. Of all the clean beasts, take with you 7 pairs, a male and his female, and of the beasts that are unclean, 2, a male and his female. And of the birds of the Shamaim, 7 pairs, male and female, to keep offspring alive on the face of all the earth. For after 7 more days I am sending rain on the earth, 40 days and 40 nights, and shall wipe from the face of the earth all that stand that I created. And Noah did according to all that HalleluYah commanded him. Now Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters were on the earth. Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives went into the ark because of the waters of the flood. Of the clean beasts and of the beasts that are unclean, and of the birds and of all that creep on the earth, 2 by 2 they went into the ark to Noah, male and female, as Elohim had commanded Noah. And it came to be, after 7 days, that the waters of the flood were on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of the Shamaim were opened. And the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that same day Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife and the 3 wives of his sons with them, went into the ark. They and every living creature after its kind, and every beast after its kind, and every creeping creature that creeps on the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went into the ark to Noah, 2 by 2, of all flesh in which is the breath of life. And those going in, male and female of all flesh, went in as Elohim had commanded him, and HalleluYah shut him in. And the flood was on the earth 40 days, and the waters increased and lifted up the ark, and it rose high above the earth. And the waters were mighty and greatly increased on the earth, and the ark moved about on the surface of the waters. And the waters were exceedingly mighty on the earth, and all the high mountains under all the Shamaim were covered. The waters became mighty, 15 alma upward, and the mountains were covered. And all flesh died that moved on the earth, birds and cattle and beasts and every creeping creature that creeps on the earth, and all mankind. All in whose nostrils was the breath of the spirit of life, all that was on the dry land died. So he wiped off all that stand which were on the face of the ground, both man and beast, creeping creature and bird of the Shamaim, and they were wiped off from the earth. And only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark, and the waters were mighty on the earth 150 days. So that concludes chapter 7. We'll get into the next group of chapters tomorrow. Yeah, for these videos my objective is to just read what it is from here. I'm not gonna talk much, bore you with anything else. So yep, thanks for watching, see you tomorrow.